And if I have done all this correctly, this should be an experimental stream on Twitch. So let's see how this goes. And if not, I shall be recording it as well, so I don't waste my efforts entirely. Maybe, just maybe, this will work. What do I wish to do? Classic railgun run? Why not? Always nice to try out good old railgun. Just my sound settings a little bit here. I almost go amp every time. Do I want something else? Let's try a siphon. A little bit more of a defensive shield. Though it also has a little bit of offensive potential as well. And I just like the look of it. I like the little particle effect when you're near an enemy. Like you're slowly leeching away the very material of which they are made and eating it for your shield. Which makes sense. It's the theme. Do we want to do something other than the standard assault? It's pretty hard to get away from that assault projectile velocity increase, which is more damage after all. Higher rate of fire, or do I want to move down to blink for warp strike? I think I want to go ahead and just move down towards blink. That's going to be pretty powerful. And this enemy is not going to be too tough, it doesn't look like. Yeah, it's... trying to monitor all this on a stream is a little bit more difficult than just doing it in the standard OBS configuration that I'm used to, but... maybe we'll eventually get it sorted. Eventually. Velocity also works well with our warp strike. Though I wouldn't mind the magnitude. I'll go ahead and get the snipe, though. You would also like the deadly weight for the blink. Trying to keep an eye on my audio settings and video settings and data output all at once. Probably not the most efficient way of managing my time, but this is as much a stream experiment as a Nova Drift playing one. I do want to try to keep an eye on such things. Calibration is nice, but I'm going to get this deadly wake once again. Very interested in warp strike. But it does take a few mods to get down there. Incentive Strike is not bad, nor is Shield Cooldown, Hull Strength, or Skirmish. I do love a Terminate, so let's take the Skirmish. That's a combination of enemies that's a little nasty, but good thing about railgun is we can just shoot through lots of them. Kind of like this Defiance. I think I want this Calibrate even more. So running into the singularity is probably not what I wish to do. But you never know. Maybe I enjoy that sort of thing. I'm actually kind of nervous. Feels a bit different knowing that your face and body language is also being recorded, not just your voice. Definitely changes the dynamic a little bit. Also, it feels weird not to look at the camera when I'm speaking. Just look at the game. Nothing else. I would love that rate of fire increase, but I think I just take this terminate. When we fight Omega, we're going to want to kill it as quick as we reasonably can. And the terminate is a rate of fire bonus. Not a very large one, just what, 5%? Yeah, 5%, but 5% is better than 0%. There's the blink. So that's what we need to access the warp strike. Should have just let you keep on keeping on there, but that'll be fine. We'll figure something out. Just slowly whittling our way through their health. Problem solved. Incendiary Strike is more damage, but I think I take this rate of fire increase. Tempting, but I think I'll just stick with weapons. Take the magnitude upgrade, nice little damage increase. Among other things. Probably would take a charge shot with this. Calibration definitely lends itself. Okay. Hoping I would be able to kill them before all that, but you know what? That's fine. Get this boost and really get it going. And here's our friend Omega. We could get more damage, but I think I'll actually take this Essence Sap. It removes our normal recovery, but in return, the damage we do to the enemies will give us a little bit of health back. And more quickly than... Okay, yeah, I'm just out here. More quickly than regular regeneration would, as long as, and this is important, we keep damaging the enemy. If we don't damage the enemy, we have problems, and I think I will take this burst fire. It does add a bit of a delay between firing, but it allows us to fire 3 rounds in quick succession. Again, for a slight delay between every time we can fire. It's an awkward position you're in, dear enemy, but that's okay. We'll get you out eventually. Almost get myself killed there going after the convoy, but it's fine. Polar inversion's interesting, but I don't know if it's interesting enough. The little blast radius has some usage, but I don't know if I want to do that either. Could just be a shield upgrade. Splinter's also interesting. I think I'll take the hull strength. With the Essence Sap, more max hull means more recovery, as well as, of course, just having more hull. That's pretty nice. Taking a little too much unwise damage here, but the nice thing about Siphon Shields is we have a little bit of room to spare in that regard. At least this convoy is nowhere near as difficult to get. Really could use that warp strike about now. I was about to say shield. No, not quite. Played too many warp shield runs lately. Incendiary Strike is some extra damage, but is it enough? The safer bet is just this shield durability adaptive armor. But I think I'll take this. That took me a little longer than I would have liked to kill Omega. There's the Warp Strike. I could get Juggernaut for the Singular Strike. That extra damage is pretty useful. But I think I'd just take this Warp Strike. It does lower our damage and our rate of fire. But just having that ability to screen wrap once could be very, very useful for us. Would love a Twin Strike. Something to give us a little bit better coverage without hurting our damage output too badly. I don't know how likely that is. Bravado does increase our damage quite a bit, but it also makes everything elites our champions. Blitz is good. We get a little bit of damage increase, especially on that first hit. Doesn't work as well with our burst fire, but it is some damage up. Alright, we'll give that a go. It's pretty good. Not incredible, but it's okay. I would love this payload and that warpath, but mastery is just a nice little 5% bonus to all of our stats. That's worthwhile. Homing Strike is somewhat interesting. More interesting now that we have this burst fire. Is it interesting enough? The extra burn damage does pair with our Candescence, but that's not Candescence, but our Cinder Strike, but not incredibly useful. Could take the kinetic boost. It's okay, but it's not amazing. Faster shield cooldown or bigger blast radius. I'll actually take the cooldown here. We have a decent damage output now. It wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of defensive bonus. I like Warpath, but I think I take Payload. Does lower rate of fire, but bigger blast radius and more damage. And I would probably take the Charge Shot. Maybe even the Antimatter Rounds. That is a tempting reason to go down towards the blast radius stuff. Volatile shields. It's more shielding, and if our shield breaks, we do a little damage to nearby enemies. Probably shouldn't stand right in the middle of the enemy attack patterns, but you know what? It's fine to give the enemy a hit or two. Right. Right. Not unless you're going for one of these take a hit and then do enormous damage kind of builds. Yep, going to get out of there when that singularity goes away. Alright, targeting. I want you to target the actual enemy that can damage, not the invincible orbs. And that's the end of Scion. Problem solved. definitely not taking this hidden power. I did mention antimatter rounds, but I am tempted by this Death Blossom. We don't have a very Tempest Break style build here with our shielding, but maybe with our current setup, it would help us survive, do a little bit more damage, that sort of thing. I'll take the Warpath as well. Extra rate of fire for every enemy we kill, albeit temporarily. Take the charge shot. I suppose we can do that. It's going to make our shots more powerful when we charge them up. Ouch, that was painful. Though we do actually have to charge them first. And we are much slower, motion-wise, mobility-wise, when we're charging. So we do pay a price for that. But as you can tell, the damage output is pretty nice. I do like the idea of getting this armor. So I will get this armor. Oops, let's not stay in the middle of this. I do love how that targeting plus Warp Strike just bends them right to the enemy. Well, usually. Not always. I keep wanting this blast radius, but then they offer me things like this revelation. I think there are too many good things. Galvanic, Defiance, that we could use this revelation on. It's just too handy. Excellent, excellent, excellent. And here's Warbringer. I don't think it's going to bring us flowers. Who knows? Everything's in a name. But I'm guessing not. Guessing not. Stabilization's interesting, as is Juggernaut. Really hoping for a little bit something else, though. Fine, we'll take the Blast Radius. War is a nice target for Blast Radius just because it has all these closely packed sections and it fires off those missiles in a straight line, so plenty of good things that a little extra range on our attacks in the form of blast damage and area can help us with. Okay, thus far we're surviving. I'm trying not to go to that corner because I know my camera's there now. Like, oh wait, they can't see me over there. Good use of Death Blossom there. I'll take the Concentrated Blast. It does shrink our blast radius, even smaller than what it used to be, but it does more damage. And I am tempted by antimatter rounds. More projectile velocity is more damage, alongside just the extra damage it provides. Flat damage increase. Alright, game. I'll take it. 3 twin strikes, giving us 1 more projectile for each one we take, less projectile spread, but it does lower our recovery rate, both for the hull and shield. That's a pretty big hit to our recovery, but maybe it won't matter if we just kill the enemy fast enough. If only. Oh yeah. That's a nice bit of damage right there. Don't know if I want those antimatter rounds as much now though, just because that recovery reduction is going to be pretty bad. Waiting for that calibration to kick in a bit. Oh yeah. Take it away, Terminate, take it away. And by it away, I mean Seraph and dead. Bigger blasts or channeling? I think I take the channeling. If I really want antimatter rounds, I also really want force shielding. It was about to charge, I saw it. Self-defense, officer, self-defense. Siege weaponry, I don't think I can take it. Orbs of Discord are tempting. We have several wild mods, but I was really hoping for those antimatter rounds, core shielding. More shield durability is okay, but I guess we take this high explosive. Oh yeah. Oh, did not time that blink as well as I should have. Definitely not taking a rebuke here. Shielding, these are all good, but of course. Force shielding or the antimatter rounds. Let's start with the antimatter rounds and hope I have not just killed myself. Should be a nice further increase in our damage. For the small price of, a rather worrisome amount of self-damage. Might should have taken those mines after all, just so that we had another source of damage that could trigger Essence Sap without us damaging ourselves. Yet we're not getting as much of a return as we are often losing from these shots. So that is a bit of a problem, I think it would be safe to say. I mean, we can kill Scion in one shot now, but still. Kind of need some way of dealing damage that is not shooting, but will trigger my Essence Sap. Or I get that core shielding, so at least I have more hull to play with and do not do as much damage when I use my charge shots attack here. Well, as long as they're that kind of attack, we'll survive. May take the Juggernaut. More max hull will give us a little bit more Essence Sap regeneration. Though it does slow us down quite a bit. Quite a bit. Come on, lower your shields. Excellent. Will work. Singular strike. Let's just take this core shielding. Rupture would be nice too, but yeah, let's take a bit less damage. And get a little bit more hull. So win-win. Oh yeah, we might actually be able to survive at least a little bit longer. Now that we have the core shielding helping us out. Ooh, don't want that. Absorption is okay. Incandescence also okay. We have two sources of burn damage, the Deadly Wake and the Incendiary Strike, so it's okay. Do I need deflagration? It might be of some utility. Poor enemy. Did not have anywhere to go there. Yes, that core shielding really did make a big difference for us. Big difference. Oh, war, you survived. I'm cheating, don't you think? We have an arrangement. I shoot you, you explode. Oh, we understood each other here. Corrosion, I don't think is useful. Shield effect radius is somewhat useful. I'll take the force armor. Gives us a little bit more hull damage resistance. Doesn't help with the anti-matter rounds, but will help if we lose our shield. Like now, for example. Still, our damage output is pretty good. Not much to complain about in that regard. And those enemies explode. Singularity is not welcome, but this rupture is. Spread that blast damage all around. And if we get Purge, open up Deflagration as an option. Okay, yeah, you go away. Far, far away. Alright, enjoy your meal, Singularity, and goodbye. Come on, Tracers. Got a very well charged shot waiting just for you. Had one survive, huh? There's the Purge. I would love this shield durability, but this Purge will unlock Deflagration, which is pretty useful against certain waves. Trying to stay away from all that nonsense. Trying to stay away from that nonsense, not always very well. Run over here to get some of the experience and then run away. These waves are actually quite good for us. Get us a little bit of health back. Don't want any of this. Nope. Don't want that at all. I still don't think I want corrosion. Hull regeneration does nothing for us. We have essence sap. Yeah, it boosts us a little bit more damage. Stabilization is nice for the thrust. Definitely not taking purification. Maybe I do take mines? Rather wish I'd taken the mine specialization now, but you know what? What we have has served us well enough. Was not expecting that tracer to fire off just then. Still have decent damage output. Enemies are scaling though. I don't know if we can hold off too much longer without something else. This is the part where I second guess whether I should not have gone down for stabilization, strafe, that sort of thing. Extra maneuverability is pretty good. Shield radius is nice. I guess I'll take that mine specialization after all, game. After you so kindly offered, it would be cruel of me to turn it down, I suppose. Just toying with your feelings. Alright, Classic Wave 200, Seraph and Scion, huh? Oops, that was not where I hoped you would be. Thank you, Comet, for that help. Very much appreciate it. No. Ah, there we go. I knew you were going to be around here somewhere, Juggernaut. Not very kind of you, Comet. No, almost hitting them did not make up for your previous lack of manners. Ah, not too bad, not too bad. I think we have to take the loaded mines here. Get our mines actually able to do some range damage. And allow us to get a little essence sap without us having to fire our weapons. It's not incredible damage, but again, triggers our essence sap without us having to fire our weapons at enemies. And it doesn't get the bonus, of course, from antimatter rounds. Oh dear. Should have waited a little bit longer before closing in for my shield regenerate. I'm just trying to escape that. That's all I'm doing there. Okay, yep, I'm just doing this number. There you are. Okay, just your standard slow-moving minefield. And your not-so-standard shielders. With a, of course, I'm just going to take all those hits for no good reason. You see how much faster these enemies are now? Singularity is not appearing on schedule, but that's okay. We'll help you find it later. I'm going to take this absorption because those mines were a little scary. As it's being pushed around by these enemies. But the absorption gives us a little plating, very good against lots of small, rapid hits. Get these rerolls quite happily. What else do we need to do? Our damage is decent. Could use a bit more, of course, but our survivability against some of these waves is a little bit questionable. A little too slow at times, a little bit too exposed. More mines built more quickly are not the worst. Don't know if it helps us a lot, but it's another way of increasing our damage output. Maybe that will be enough to give us a little bit more breathing room. Maybe not. I don't know. Couldn't quite escape that revenge attack, but that's okay. Who needs to escape it, apparently? Oh yeah, those mines can do nice work for us. And now we can keep them replenished a little bit faster than we used to. Again, it's not an incredible upgrade, but it's noticeable. It's noticeable. Don't even know what the enemy was, but they died very quickly. And there's the singularity we were promised. Yeah, you can just go. You made a part. Nice to see these mines killing a few enemies for us. Minefield is interesting, but I don't know if it's the best for us here. Could get shield effect radius, though we're not really using that much. Focus shields is a little bit more max shields. Rancor slows us down even more, but more damage, more hull, and any damage dealt to us will help our weapon charge faster. I'm not entirely sure this is a good idea. We're already a tad too slow for my liking. But I do like the idea of the extra damage. And the extra damage does apply to our mines as well as our main weapon. The extra charge increase does not. If you had charge mines, it does not apply. But you would still get the damage bonus, and the increase in hull. Okay then. Yeah, I was worried. That would be the case. Extra hull was not enough to save us there. Well. Still not too terrible. A 1.8 million score run. Not going to get into the top 10, but if we were a little smarter, a little safer there, it could have. In any event, that would be my very first attempt at a Twitch stream. Let's see how it went. As always, I do thank you all for stopping by.